I mean, what do you recommend? What should I do from here?
Yeah, well, first, I just want to reassure you not to worry. I will be here for you. This is a safe space for you to talk. I'm not like those, coroners out there who just put everyone in a freezer box. We don't, we think outside the box in Ayurveda, with very innovative techniques like vomiting and enema. Ayurveda care is about the individual. Whether you're dead or not, we treat you like a person.
Undead.
Yeah, yeah, undead. You can expect to feel unique, cherished, and valued when we're meeting. And I'm just going to say, when it comes to beauty from within, I found that to be especially true for my undead clients. I have a very high clinical success rate with the undead. I mean, I'm the best in the profession. Not that Dr. Frankenstein guy. I mean, he's a real club foot when it comes to sticking needles, you
He's a
know.
brute. He's definitely a brute.
Yeah. Can you show me your tongue, Mr. Zombie? It's got thick coating. There's lots of ama. This is not going to be easy, but we can do it. It's green. I saw some green. That's pitta. I see a little bit of red. That means the doshas are acutely aggravated in the spreading stage. Absolutely infectious, that tongue is. Some fermentation going on, some, rotting going on. We've got to
Mm.
reverse that.
The last time I saw it, it was in his mouth. I don't know how he's talking now.
None of this makes sense.
Yeah.
We can't let this progress any further. Can you take his pulse?
Mhm. Uh, no pulse.
My goodness. Okay.
No. No, Mr. Zombie. Mr. Zombie. Sometimes you have to snap him out of it. It just overcomes him.
Okay. 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 Welcome back. Yeah. No, don't eat
Brains.
my graduates. You know, the world needs them. Okay. They're off limits.
No brains.
Yeah. So no pulse at all. No pulse.
I couldn't feel anything. And actually, I when I tried to feel the 7 layers of tissue, my fingers just went right into his skin.
Oh, oh, this is
Yeah.
serious. This is very serious. Mr. Zombie, you have a very serious case of blood stagnation. That is a disorder of Vyana Vayu, a kapha disorder. Okay, so we looked at the tongue, we looked at the pulse. Let's do a face examination. I'm seeing the pallor. I'm seeing the sallow complexion. Pallor is vata. Sallowness is pitta. As I'm looking in a little bit closer, I notice his skin is falling off.
It's falling off.
You're correct.
And I'm not sure if you can see this, Drock, but he also has some moss growing out of his head on this side.
Oh, well, that can actually be healing. Moss is astringent. It's a little bit cooling. I think it can calm some of that pitta. That's nature's way of restoring balance. So we're going to leave the moss. Maybe we can take a little history of the skin falling off. Do you know when that started?
This all started. My massage therapist was supposed to be a gentle massage, but she rolfed me, and skin just started coming off right in her hands.
If we remember and go back to the roots of Ayurveda, we can find an explanation for this pattern. It could just be seasonal, and that'll naturally stop once we get to kapha season in the winter.
It's like the
Yeah.
leaves falling off of a tree.
Yeah, but then new leaves are created in the spring. So we're going to look forward to that time of rejuvenation and revitalization. Yeah. People could be running from him
Mm.
because he looks like a monster, not just because he's eating brains.
It starts by looking at me, and then it gets worse when I start eating brains.
Sometimes people just have a lot of difficulty going beyond social norms and just judging people who look dead but are really undead?
I would like to say that he has found some acceptance in some groups of elderly people.
Mhm.
Their vision isn't as good, so they don't see that he's undead.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't crave brains from the elderly in the same way.
So they're safe.
His knitting group and his book club.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So the knitting group and the book club, that's going well.
Yeah, I've been reading,
Mm-hmm.
knitting.
And you found some acceptance in that
I
social
did.
group.
Yeah, mostly because they can't see or remember anything, but
Yeah.
it's better than nothing.
So to restore his luster, I did suggest Abhyanga, but do you have any other suggestions?
I think that this is a case where we need Pancha Gavya Gritta. This is an ancient Ayurveda formula that's made with cow patties, cow piss, yogurt, milk, and ghee. And I think this is really what we're going to need to restore the luster to the skin, rebuild Agni. Ghee is like a panacea in Ayurveda. I mean, it cures everything. I know Panchagavya is a little controversial, but I think it could work. I think there's a little bit more liver involvement. We got to remember the green tongue. We saw that. We see the sallowness. The liver is related to the skin. Thank you, Mr. Zombie. Thank you. And so I think what we need is, something that's going to work from the inside, like Arogya Vardini. Now, Arogya Vardini is fantastic. It has mercury in it, which is a real catalyst for Agni, the fire. It's your internal fire. That's what we're looking to restore, the glow. And it's going to give you that liver cleanse you've always dreamed of. I see a lot of people who dream of liver cleansing, do a liver cleanse, then they hurt their liver, and then they
Most
need
of
me.
my liver is gone.
I figured in your case that most of the liver would be gone, and Arogya Vardina can help restore it. Your liver is one of the few organs that regenerate completely. If you have just a very small piece, the whole thing will grow back. So we've got to get your whole body to do that.
Mm.
That's what Ayurveda is going to offer. Princess Leia, her documentation was very thorough, and I saw in the write up that you have trouble putting your arms down. I as a Ayurveda practitioner, I'm a detective. I'm supposed to notice the subtle differences between my clients, and in your case, I saw your arms were up, and I just want to know: does that happen frequently? Is that a problem for you?
Yeah, it's gotten worse, like rigor mortis. Most of my limbs don't really move the way they used to. I feel like the joints are very stiff.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, my arms, if I release them, they stay around here.
Yeah. Okay. So what we want to do, Princess Leia, is we want to. Okay.
He needs a little help putting him back down sometimes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
They want to
That
stay.
can happen.
They want to stay up.
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely, vata tension in the muscles. Some so in body work therapies, we always talk about releasing the tension. We can also release the whole arm from the shoulder, and the tension would completely, go away if we
My
did that.
arm has been released from the shoulder several times, but
Okay.
easily put back on.
Okay. And that didn't fix it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay.